It's still well before dawn, but the riders are up and getting their horses saddled and watered and ready for the day. It's fall roundup time at the Sheep Creek Stock Association west of Turner Valley. Once everything's ready to go, the riders head down to the cookhouse to plan out their day and have a big breakfast. It's going to be a long day in the saddle and they'll need their energy. Gary Thompson, the head rider for the association, knows all about long days in the saddle. For the past 22 summers, he's taken care of the cattle up here.
My grandparents on both sides, my father and my mother's, they both had horses up here. And they grazed horses for World War I. In '36, there was a huge fire went across the whole reserve. And then after that, they let in a lot of small sawmills. So after the logging faded out and the mining faded out, the government really didn't have a whole lot of use for the land except for grazing. And we were actually asked to graze it. We have to be out of the forestry by the middle of October. That's just the dates that the Sustainable Resources have set, and that's always been that way. So a week before our deadline, then we start gathering them in real close and putting them in the hold-up field and then sorting them out right at the last few days, and down the road we go.
Hey guys, hey, 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 hey.
Gathering up the scattered cattle from the forested hills and valleys of the association's land is a lot of work, and it takes several days to get it done.
So how did we do today anyhow?
Well, we're done pretty early for Mud Springs.
But at the end of each day's ride, there's time to get together in the bunkhouse, have a visit, play some cards, maybe have a drink or two.
But it's just the camaraderie of the whole essence, all of the essence of it, keeping people together. And you don't get kind of segregated and cliquey, right? So everything is almost like a family, comes together as a family, and you don't see that very often, right? And yeah, it's just a good time.
And it seems like everybody here enjoys working on horseback.
Oh, it's a way of life, I guess. People have been doing it for lots of years, and it's kind of a dying breed. Like, there's not much actual cowboys left. Like, people use quads and do different things. Like, it's not like it used to be. I don't know. And I think it's cool the way they used to do it. Get to just ride and pack everything, and I don't know. Kind of, you get to know your cows better. Actually, I think.
And once the cattle are all brought in from the hills, they're gathered in the sorting pasture, where they're separated by their various owners' brands and loaded into trucks for the longer trips home, or headed out on the trail to the closer ranches. After that, the lands go back to their original occupants: the bighorn sheep, the deer, the elk. But come next summer, the cattle will be back on the association's lands. And come next fall, the riders will be back. And they'll round them up once again.